What if I told you a single battle 130 years ago is the reason an entire continent is free today? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover the untold story of Adwa, a victory so powerful it stopped European colonization in its tracks, and why leaders in Nairobi are calling it the blueprint for Africa's future. But here's the twist. The fight they're commemorating isn't just in the history books. It's happening right now on the Nile River. Meet General Bachade Bele, Ethiopia's ambassador to Kenya. On March 1, 2026, he stood before a room of Kenyan officials and UN dignitaries in Nairobi to mark 130 years since the victory of Adwa. For Ethiopia, it's their Independence Day. For Africa, it's a sacred symbol. In 1896, under Emperor Menelik II and Empress Teidu Bitul, Ethiopian forces crushed the invading Italian army. This wasn't just a win. It was a declaration. Ethiopia became the only African nation to successfully resist European colonization during the scramble for Africa. But here's what nobody's talking about. The ambassador called it a beacon of hope for oppressed people worldwide. And then he made a stunning modern connection. He called it the cornerstone of Pan-Africanism. But the real shock came next. Ambassador Bacha declared Ethiopia is fighting a second Adwa right now. What is it? Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. He says this massive dam on the Nile is the new symbol of national sovereignty and self-determination. It's Ethiopia asserting its right to use the river's resources. This is where history collides with high-stakes modern politics. Kenyan leader Musalia Mudavadi was the guest of honor. He brought a warning straight from the current global crisis. He said the Adwa anniversary comes as global uncertainty escalates, pointing to tensions in the Middle East. He warned that prolonged instability could wreck supply chains, fuel inflation, and heighten insecurity for everyone. His solution? He urged African nations to build the resilience Adwa inspired by doing one thing: accelerating the African Continental Free Trade Area. He said Africa must enhance intra-African trade and strengthen partnerships to survive global shocks. The ceremony wasn't all speeches. It featured a vibrant cultural segment called Kin Ethiopia with traditional music, dance, and attire, bringing the glorious past to life in a Nairobi embassy. In the room were heavy hitters: the Director General of the UN office at Nairobi, the head of the UN Environment Program, and the head of UN Habitat. This was a major diplomatic event. So what does this mean for Kenya and Africa today? Some see a celebration of shared history and Pan-African unity. Others hear a veiled justification for a controversial dam that impacts Nile water sharing. The tension is clear. 130 years ago, Adwa was a military victory against an outside colonizer. Today, the second Adwa is an economic project against who? Neighbors, international pressure? The message from Nairobi is that the spirit of Adwa, resilience, sovereignty, unity, is the answer to 2026's problems. But if a dam is the new battlefield, who wins this time? Do you think using a historic victory to frame a modern mega project is a powerful move or a dangerous precedent? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more on the stories shaping our region.